Koda Motors, this is David. Huh? Hey. Alright, sorry sir, have a good day. Our car's just arrived. Alright, so today we have every day at Koda is busy. It's not too busy, it's just very, very productive. So we just bought 10 cars at the auction. We spent close to 100 grand. I'm really excited to show you guys this. We give Amin a shout out. This is my business partner, Amin. Here's the transport. These are the first 5. We got 4 more coming. 5 more coming. Hi there. How are you? Oh, great. What's up, man? I'm Dave. Good. Nice to meet you. Have more. I know. So not bad. We got a Jeep Patriot. This has really low miles. This is a Ford Focus, the new one. I know you might be saying, that blue. We got that Bills blue. What kind of blue is that? We got this blue, but it's really nice. These do really well when it comes to financing our customers. And then actually, I just sold one of these to a beautiful family that lives up in Mukilteo, and I like the car so much. I said, you know what? I'm gonna buy it because I know what price I need to get it at, and then I'm gonna sell it. So this will be an easy turn. Super clean on the inside, and I think the one I had was cloth. I think this one has leather. So usually they send these in like a 10-car hauler, and I'm telling you guys, it is absolutely incredible. This thing is like sky high, and these drivers go into these cars and they crawl all the way up. You get in the car, throw it into gear, run it down the ramp. It's phenomenal. I couldn't do it. I'm just a salesman. With some touch-up paint. Overall, car number 1, it's not too bad. Gonna have to do a windshield. We have mobile windshield company. Probably cost us about $250 to get it. The seats are not leather. I thought they were. They're cloth, but that's not a problem. Our detailer is amazing. And then it just needs a light buff on the outside, and for the most part, it's new enough and it's clean enough where I can just recondition it, service it, put it on the market. Not bad. The Thunder Blue. These cars, like I said, they're very good because when it comes to financing, these are rated A category cars, and lenders usually pay more for American cars. I don't know why, but everybody knows that I'm a Euro guy. Literally, born in Germany, driving Mercedes, but I'm American. The body on this is nearly perfect. They were giving away cars yesterday at the auction. This one's not that bad. Really good detail, shampoo the carpets, reconditioned. So a lot of these cars are under 100,000 miles. A few of them are a little bit higher. In the world of lending, you kind of want to have a car that's about 120, 2012 or newer. You kind of want to be in that range when you're talking about pre-owned cars. But I do have lenders that'll do older vehicles, like for example this GS. You know, it's an absolutely beautiful car. This will sell for, you know, just under 10K, has 160,000 miles, but it rides like it has 50. I have a lender who will finance that. So. Thank you, appreciate it. All right. I got into old schools last year. So I bought one that I'm gonna tear apart, but I also got this. This is a Regal. This is almost like a different episode. But this runs, it functions, has 120,000 miles in 1986. And the guy who sold this to me, this is totally off grid, but the guy who sold this to me had it for sale for 7 years. I messaged him online. He got back to me and he called me on the phone. After he called me on the phone, he was like, hey, I want to invite you to come over to my house. I said, okay, no problem. Went over to his house and he ended up selling me this car for nearly double less than what it's worth today. And it's really, really clean. It runs, it operates, it functions properly. And I just asked him, like, why didn't you ever sell it? And he said, I didn't feel like the person I was selling it to or all these guys who wanted it were the right people. So that's the story of my Regal. Yeah. So this had to get replaced on this car. So there might have been some indication that, you know, the pad actually wasn't, you know, working adequately. So the brakes weren't working adequately in the back. So we replaced this, make sure, I think we actually replaced this also, the brake pad, and then make sure everything's functioning here. Safety is a really big thing here at Koda. We don't do too much of this type of work from the standpoint of like, you know, engine swaps and all those type of things, but we do from a base level try to make sure and ensure that our safety standards are A1.
The front brakes are the brakes are usually supposed to look like that when they're actually working and functioning, but the ones in the back weren't probably working. So.
This car is beautiful. I love this car, dude.
It's a nice car, yeah.
It needs gas, no?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, then we're not tearing this apart yet, right?
Right. So we'll take care of the safety inspections and then.
Oh, like we said, Wednesday or Thursday. All right, man. I know. My office is not usually this dirty. I have papers everywhere because we went through a massive overhaul when it came to selling cars, inputting that data into a system, finding out that that system was pretty good, but we needed a better one so we can do more online API feeds, you know, feeding the different websites, so on and so forth for marketing and admin. So we had to switch and pivot to another system. I mean, you're talking about maybe close to 100 cars, you know, sold and data. So we're trying to get down to the dollar. So from gas to transport to EMS fees, $6.50, title fees, reconditioning fees, final car wash fees, detail, reconditioning, everything. It's a lot of data and a lot of numbers to crunch. And then when you're dealing with lenders, you got to pull data from their approval sheets, put their percentages, their payment amounts, their discounts, all of that into the so it's a lot of transition. So excuse me for the genius that's sitting on my table. So good news is I actually just helped one of my good friends. He had a Jeep that he owed $60,000 on it. I ended up selling it for him, but then I had to pay off his existing loan. And so I'm waiting on the release of interest / or title for the car to be delivered to our shop or our location here, so that I can take it to the auction and get paid for the car. And so it looks like, ding, 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 I just got it. And so that makes me really happy. Here it is, 2 minutes ago. I'm gonna print this, put this in his file, do a release of interest form, send it to him, have it get signed, and then I can close him out. It's not always as easy as it looks. They say people who make it look easy spend thousands and tens, 20s of thousands of hours perfecting their craft. See, she doesn't want to get out of the car because she's like, he's gonna make me work. Okay. Okay, all right. So I will run this by the seller and message you the good news here shortly. Okay, Ben. Nice work, Ben. This is incredible. Okay, cool. I trust in you to coach them to get through the inspection too, and then you know, reasonably, if there's some, like you said, some minor things that need to get addressed, then we'll do that. So okay, that's good. All right. Thank you, my friend. I'll talk to you here in a sec. Okay, thank you. Bye. Let's go. That was an offer. I got a really low offer on one of my listings. And in our market, a lot of agents would be inclined to encourage their sellers to accept the offer, but I'm not. If you submit an offer, despite what the market is doing, right? I analyze, you know, my seller's weaknesses. I analyze their urgency of needing to sell. And if their urgency is not significant, then more than likely we're in a counter, right? The market is changing, but people are still buying homes. You just have to make sure that you're offering a nice product. And so I'm happy that this one didn't fall out, right? And my seller's gonna be happy because he just made a tremendous amount more money with the negotiation. So good job, DMD. All right, so we just got our second load, second shipment. These ones are really nice too. I'm dealing with a little bit of a situation. So when you sell cars at an auction, right, you have 30 days to procure a title. So get a title and give it to the auction house so that they can give that to a buyer. If you don't do that, then your entire transaction can be unwound. I'm dealing with that right now, but it's a $60,000 rig. So But you know what? God is good. So I'm not worried about it. It's all timing. We did everything that we were supposed to do. So now it's just about, trusting the system and trusting the process. But I'm about to trust these cars. Yeah, these are sweet. You got a Caddy here. You got another Mazda. And then this is a Chevy Captiva. They're all relatively low miles. Really good quality. Shout out to FFJ Transport. Good sign. This is 85,000 mile Cadillac. I think this is the XTS. No engine lights. Just the way I like it. This car was recalled by Credit Acceptance. Credit Acceptance is actually one of our lenders. They're really, really good company. This is a very, very nice issue. Like music to my ears. Check engine lights on, there's probably a sensor. This isn't my proudest investment, but I got it for a pretty good deal, and I have an exceptional mechanic that I think will be able to bring this back up to tip-top shape. So stay tuned for the journey on this one. We're gonna turn it, it's gonna be a Cinderella story. No engine lights. Look at the Captiva, man. A little dash here. Leather interior. It's a nice little SUV. The key is, literally the key is, when you're buying cars, you kind of want to have a good variety. I only have 2 sports cars on my lot. I have 3 trucks. And one more is coming. It's a Dodge. It's a Bighorn Dodge Ram. I have some luxury cars. I have some cars that are sub 6,000. In our area, the sweet spot's about 10 to 15K per car on average for sale. So the biggest thing with me, I don't want to buy a car that needs a lot of work, and that's mechanically and or the body. So I would say this round we did pretty well. This, he took the key, but this right here is what. Look at this. It needs to get clean. This is clean. I like this. This is the Cadillac ATS. And then we got one more Mini Cooper. That car, very popular in our area. And then really all these cars are popular in our area. They just gotta be priced right. So it comes down to pricing and service. Another thing you gotta be mindful of is not buying cars. You gotta know the transmission on a car. You gotta know if it's a manual or if it's automatic. If all these were manual, yikes. But automatic's a little bit more popular among the people. Appreciate it. All right, we're gonna do engine check. Okay, sounds good. Check engine light is on. Not bad. That's a double roof, comes with 2 keys. Not bad. Nice little startup. No check engines. Outside not having no gas, there's no check engine lights, so that's a win. It's kind of like a gamble. The thing about it though is like, you got to be really, really good at reading reports. You don't really know what you're gonna get. You have a pretty good idea, but you don't really know mechanically what you're gonna get unless you go down to the auction. The problem is, a lot of people don't have a tremendous amount of time, and if you're a 1 or 2 man show, for you to go down to the auction and test drive for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, 3, 4 auctions, not the best use of time when you have to file, documents, helping customers, so on and so forth. So, the last one. Not bad. So low tire pressure. It definitely needs some gas. It needs an oil change. It needs to be detailed. And there's a little bit of smoke coming out, so that might just mean that they haven't done an oil change in a little while. So hopefully the components inside have not been fried. But theoretically, it could just be an oil change. Not bad. Not bad. It's not turning over because it doesn't have any gas. So maybe a battery, $200, and maybe some gas. If that's the case, that's gonna be a whole run. I'm just thinking about, I could have bought more cars. All right, everybody, so this is just a little snapshot of my life and what I'm doing to build generational wealth for my family and my children. It's Koda Motors Auto Sales. We just went under contract with another real estate transaction, and we just satisfied an inspection, and we just satisfied an appraisal. And then we have a new listing coming on the market. So when you talk about being efficient on a daily basis, we have these two businesses that we're running, and we're running them all the time. It's not always easy as it looks. So the only thing I would say is just never give up, because there'll be times when you want to quit. Start one thing, execute, do well at that one thing, and then scale that to a different model. So until next time, thank you for joining me on this tour today at Koda Motors. It's DMD the GOAT.